We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What we got? Check nickel. Hey,
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on a comebacker. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, that's the way you want to get an opening drive going, right? Because so often it's a tone setter. And I think even better when you're able to pick it up and convert with a running play. Because the last thing you want to do is play what I call Rockhead football. 1, 2, 3, kick.
Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
There we go. 52.
The give is to Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Wentz now to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 54. We got to get the...
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Wentz going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Running with Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go!
On 2nd and 7, Wentz, the quick slant caught. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, it's Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
This is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
52's the mark, boy. 50. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. He's coming.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again to Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go. Go ahead in. 52's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Go. Mike 52, Mike 52. 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Switch. So we're going to 53. We're going to 54. 126.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up in an offset eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Go, get out there, please.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about when...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sean Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Austin. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 47. 40, check, 40. 52, watch 52. 52's the mic. Defense,
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Try the right side with Howard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
55, my God, 55. So we got man.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Jackson's got it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
Here we go.
Prescott on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A very solid gain of 27.
Slam. Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, Italian. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man.
Again, it's Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Great 57.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Working from the gun, Lance. Finding room at the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the give, running right is Howard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They run with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 53, Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, 53's the Mike, 53, check, kill. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the screen. We're going to 54, right in. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Watch the slack.
Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now a give, right side. It's Howard, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Howard running left. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. Gonna look deep for... And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and goal at the 5-yard line. 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.